The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer has been delayed. We've got to talk about why this trailer was delayed, when we might get it, and what's going on with this beef between Marvel and Sony when it comes to the next Spider-Man movie and Avengers 4. We are breaking it all down. This is the Nerdy News Rundown. Let's get you filled in. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Now, before we get into the news, I need to shout out Christiana Uwak, who got the nerd card question correct on the show Friday. You definitely know your stuff when it comes to Marvel, so shout out to you, Christiana. We will do another nerd card question at the end of this show. All right, so let's get right into this, guys. A couple of Saturdays ago, there was a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer showed at a Comic-Con in Brazil. Now, this tends to happen a lot at big Comic-Cons. Sometimes studios will even bring these trailers to cons like this and then not put them out online, which is exactly what Sony did. They decided not to release the trailer out there on the internet for everybody, which everyone thought was kind of weird, but we were like, okay, it's cool. Give a little something for the people at the Comic-Con. That's cool, but we'll get that trailer soon. Right, Sony? But apparently that's not the plan. That's not what's going to happen. Now, the trailer was rumored to come out this week. In fact, it was heavily rumored to come out tomorrow, which of course is Wednesday. But sources are now saying that Sony has changed their mind and they will not be playing this trailer out anywhere online this week. Now, this is really weird, and wait till you hear why this is happening, but check this out. The reason this is so strange is because all of these movies that are coming out that week or this weekend are big movies. Aquaman, Bumblebee, Mary Poppins. It's just crazy that Sony would delay the trailer, meaning it won't play in front of those movies either, which is just crazy. That's not how you do things. That's not how you do things. And so the reason being reported for this trailer being delayed and not coming out is because of Avengers 4. Sony and Marvel are apparently at odds behind the scenes as far as how to properly promote Spider-Man Far From Home without spoiling aspects of Avengers 4. Now, to all of us, I mean, it's super obvious that Spider-Man's coming back, that he wasn't permanently dusted in Infinity War, but apparently Marvel is not so keen on showing a lot of Spider-Man post Infinity War out there in promotional materials. Like, they're seriously straight up at odds with not only the trailer, but the plans that Sony has to promote this film ahead of Avengers 4. If it was completely up to Marvel, I think they would want just barely anything at all teased about the movie right up until Avengers 4, and then they could go hog wild, talking all about what will happen. And I see a lot of comments out there online, people saying, well, why should this matter? I think Spider-Man Far From Home takes place before Avengers 4. Guys, that's 100% not true. Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige have both spoken to the fact that what happens in Infinity War and Avengers 4 will be weighing on Peter heavily as he goes into Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, really what I say here about the Avengers 4 spoiling, this all has to do with like casual audiences. Most hardcore fans definitely know that Peter's coming back. We know that this is the first movie in Phase 4 for Marvel. We know all of this stuff, but for a lot of casual people, they have no idea. They're like, okay, Spider-Man's gone. They might not even know that a new Spider-Man movie is coming back. And so a lot of this is aimed towards casual audiences. They want as much of a surprise for people as is possible. There's also this weird outside chance that Peter Parker actually has a pretty significant role in Avengers 4, that he may be doing scenes with the characters that were snapped, perhaps in some kind of other dimension, and it's very possible that he'll be coming back before the end of that movie and helping the Avengers to defeat Thanos. You remember there was this really weird line uttered by Doctor Strange towards Peter Parker saying something to the effect of like, Peter, they're not dead. You have to protect them. That was in a promotional clip back in the day or a behind the scenes thing, but a lot of people remember this. They're like, whoa, what's going on here? Is Peter Parker maybe going to be saving and helping the characters that were snapped wherever they did end up in the multiverse? Now, the other aspect of this is, does this have anything to do with Marvel and Sony's relationship as we move forward with the Spider-Man character? Amy Pascal was recently asked about this point, and she gave an answer that's like really down the middle of the road. She technically said there's a good chance you might see Spider-Man in a Venom movie in the future, and then also said she can't speak to what's going on behind the scenes, but she's really hoping that they get to renew this contract with Marvel. It really seems like it's best for Sony and Marvel if they keep this relationship going. Sony just proved that they can use the Spider-Man IP without Spider-Man in live action to make a massively successful film in Venom. They also proved that what they can do with animation and the Spider-Man characters that they have, including Peter Parker, is absolutely incredible. Into the Spider-Verse was #1 in the box office. It's a big, big hit. So who knows, really, but it looks like it can be an amicable situation for both studios moving forward if Tom Holland remains as the MCU Spider-Man. Now, the last thing before we get out of here, there is an outside chance that the reason this trailer was delayed is because there will be a Star Wars Episode 9 teaser trailer dropped tomorrow. That's a big, big rumor. If that happens, we'll cover it here on the show. Probably do a bonus video covering it as well. But considering that Disney, obviously owns Star Wars and Marvel, they could have made Sony delay this trailer to not take the attention away from Episode 9. And that could be another aspect to what we're hearing, which is this Marvel-Sony beef when it comes to the promotion behind the scenes. So take that for what you will, but I wanted to mention it just in case A, it happens tomorrow, and B, it could be a possible explanation for what is going on. But guys, that is the news out there. The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is delayed. There is drama between Marvel and Sony and some concern on how to market properly Spider-Man Far From Home without spoiling Avengers 4. What do you guys make of this? Do you think that this means Spider-Man is going to have a huge role in Avengers 4? Do you think it's just a casual audience thing? They want as many people to be surprised in Avengers 4 as possible? Whatever you are thinking about the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, which, yes, we will cover when it does come out, and what's going on with Avengers 4, let me know in the comment section below. Now let's check that nerd card before we get out of here. I want to know, what is the name of the company that Peter Parker starts when Doc Ock is inside his brain? During Superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock, who is in Peter Parker's body, creates a company. What is the name of that company? Answer that question in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and nerdy day, and I will see you in the next video.